like, here I am, an autistic and a visual man, rocking with the critical plan, express myself and learn how to stand in a land with neurotypicals will understand.
What's up, you guys? My name is MC Josiah. I am back here for another episode of MCJ's Rizzism, and today we have here my homie again, Tim, here to have a good podcast with me.
What up, Josiah?
Not much. What up? What up, Tim? How you doing, man?
Good to be here.
Yeah, good to be here too, man.
Yeah, I'm doing great. Hey, I want to thank you for rolling with the punches today because my schedule's been crazy hectic.
Yeah.
And I've kept you waiting, and you've taken it like a champ.
Definitely.
I know that.
Definitely.
I know that in the ism world, changes of schedules can be
they can
be a trigger.
Yeah.
But thank you for your grace today.
Definitely. So I want to start off with today's episode by breaking down to a very important subject I've been wanting to cover for a while. And this subject is autistic burnout and regression.
Burnout and regression.
Mm-hmm.
You have some firsthand experience with that.
Oh, yeah, I do. I got
Tell us about it.
Alrighty, so autistic burnout, according to my scripts right here, is basically a state in which an autistic person enters in which, due to chronic life stress or mismatch of expectations, they eventually kind of go through a mental reset. Like sort of a mental collapse, then a reset.
Wow. You
Yeah.
experienced that?
Oh, yeah, I did. I experienced it. So it started for me when I was around 20 years old. Like around 19, 20, I started slowly going downhill from the heights of my teenage years because that stress had been building up for so long that it was just heavy on me and I didn't know how to let it go or anything.
High school stress?
Yeah, high school stress, teenage stress, all the stuff that comes along with that. Yeah.
Yeah, it got to you?
Oh, yeah, I got real bad, yeah. I was going to say by the time I was 22 years old, I was at the worst state of my autistic burnout. It was so bad that I just became paranoid delusional and ended up having to get hospitalized because I went to psychosis because of it.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what did that look like?
Well, it was crazy. I thought I was being stalked by random people, like celebrities and stuff, and I thought there was a whole, I don't know, man. It was like crazy. Like my whole brain was malfunctioning, and I was going down just random rabbit holes on the internet. And because my head was malfunctioning from burnout, I was struggling to interpret everything properly or read everything properly. It's like the logic and reasoning in my brain was just malfunctioning and shutting down.
Gotcha. So you got hospitalized?
Yeah.
Like mental hospital?
Yeah, mental hospital. 22.
And were they able to help you?
Yeah, they did. They adjusted my medicine and gave me some therapies. But even then, it wasn't the enemy deteriorating to burnout.
Say that again?
It wasn't the enemy deteriorating into burnout.
Right. So how was it?
Well, during burnout, it was a real bad time for me. During this time, I lost a lot of basic skills in many areas, like social skills, musical skills, creativity skills, just different things and stuff, you know what I mean? And it was just like...
Things that you knew how to do, had been doing for
years.
a long time.
Yeah, all of a sudden, it's like...
Like that was second nature to you, and all of a sudden it was like...
Yeah, like just like back to caveman, back to baby.
Wow.
Yeah. And even my social skills deteriorated. My tolerance to different stimuli deteriorated rapidly. Like I started having a hard time dealing with harsh tones and stuff. It was really bad for me, you know what I mean? Just really bad deteriorating that state.
Harsh tones like anybody...
Yeah, just like...
correcting you?
No,
or...
Well, not correcting me, but like correcting me with like tones that like a drill sergeant or like a coach type tone.
Oh, that's the way you interpreted it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because in burnout, like the social parts that you develop over time to properly interpret stuff break down and stuff.
Wow. I was sharing with you before we started. I'm just going to interject real quick.
Yeah.
My son, my 16-year-old teenage son, one of his biggest triggers, being high functioning autistic, one of his biggest triggers is tone of voice.
Yeah.
Like as his dad, if I say, "Hey son, will you pick up your socks?" He'll pick up his socks. I'm like, "Hey son, pick up your socks." Now I've just triggered him, and he's going crazy.
For a while, I was a lot like that and stuff because of autistic burnout. It just like It deteriorated my brain. It was like a big reset. And that autistic burnout itself was like for years in school, from all the way in early elementary school, I was always trying to reach like mismatched expectations.
Like expectations beyond your
Natural abilities.
natural abilities.
Yeah.
Okay.
And that is expected anywhere you go, you know what I mean? Like, 'cause,
Yeah, because you don't grow as long as you're comfortable.
Yeah.
However,
yeah.
and the people putting responsible for putting these expectations on you, were they aware of your
It depends on
your
what.
condition and your natural abilities?
Nope. Not
No.
before. Not before fourth grade.
Right, but
And even after they found out, because the autism diagnosis was so young at that time, there wasn't a lot of research about it.
right.
You know what I mean?
And so did folks basically, even though they knew there was something wrong, just treat you like push you as normal?
Yeah, pretty much, yeah.
Yeah.
And the problem with that is for autistic people over time, they have to mask to like blend in to avoid showing that they're autistic.
Right.
And it's that masking, like for a lot of autistic people, when they come out of school and are finally in the adult world where that mask isn't needed anymore, like it was when they were a kid, a lot of them don't normally drop that stuff. And I didn't drop it at all until finally autistic burnout.
Right, and the mask you can only keep up for so long.
Yeah. Yeah, it's true. The mask you can only keep up for so long because it takes energy to keep up a mask. I mean, the best way to describe this masking is the same as like theatrics in a way.
Right.
Which I took theater arts in high school, by the way.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
That's awesome. Yeah. And so the mask. Were you masking your natural abilities and trying to outperform yourself?
Well, kind of. It was more
Or-
like I was suppressing my natural abilities and trying to perform on par with many of my neurotypical peers around me at the same levels they were performing in the areas that I couldn't perform in that good.
Right, and then sooner or later
Yeah.
the distinction
Yeah.
becomes visible, and
Everything. Yeah.
then that causes stress, which causes more burnout, which causes more mask, which causes burnout.
Yeah, pretty much, yeah.
So what's the next stage after burnout? What does burnout lead to?
Burnout generally leads to autistic regression. And like I was saying earlier, regression is like you lose a lot of skills, like not just your stimulants, not just your response to stimuli, like how well you deal with it, but you lose like social skills, practical skills, because it's like your brain does a fresh reset. Like for me, I had to start teaching myself how to rap again almost from the beginning when I was 22, 23.
Did you lose vocabulary and words?
Oh yeah,
Like
I
your
did.
ability to
like
speak?
I went from being a real good lyricist to being like back at Run DMC level again. Yeah, it was that bad. Like Beastie Boys.
Wow.
And that's not the diss Run DMC. I love Run DMC.
Oh,
but,
I
like,
think that was definitely to diss Running DMC.
but you know what I mean, like the
the
simple like
funniest
ABC
thing.
rhymes. You know what I mean?
I get it. I thought that was great. Because I think for making me laugh. That was a belly laugh. Well, great. So tell me about regression. So you lost your ability to rap.
Yeah.
You lost your rhyming skills, a lot of your words. What was there any other signs of regression?
Oh yeah, a lot of them. Like I was struggling to do basic tasks. Like I was struggling to sometimes get myself into the shower because it just seemed like a lot of steps I had to take. That seemed like a lot since my brain was like resetting and stuff and making myself food and all that stuff. I mean, it just got real bad. You know what I mean? It got real bad, and I reached rock bottom like probably 4 or 5 years ago because of it. Or not bad rock bottom, not like drug addiction rock bottom. Obviously.
but what did rock bottom?
Like emotional rock bottom, like depression, not being able to do much with life, just always being, not knowing why. You know what I mean? I was at that point about 4 or 5 years ago.
Were you suicidal ever?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
it was that bad. Yeah.
When I was 20, I hit that bottom.
Yeah. But
It
that's
might have been suicidal regression. I
Yeah.
don't know. Or not suicidal, autism regression.
Yeah, and
Burnout.
that's one of the reasons why I like talking about this subject is because for other autistics who might be watching it, I want them to know that there's hope about this. You know what I mean? That there is
for
a
sure.
turnaround, and including the turnaround, we should get to that next, should we?
Yeah, that's what's the way? How did you get out of it?
Alrighty, so let's start. How I got out of it, not long after I left the mental hospital, I started listening to different audiobooks, and I came across this one a lot of audiobooks started giving me different ideas on how to overcome, but one in particular that I really enjoyed a lot was Sun Tzu's Art of War.
Sun Tzu's Art of War. I've heard of it, but I have no idea what it's about.
Alrighty, so let me go over my notes to you know what I mean. Sun Tzu's Art of War is basically an ancient Chinese military sort of instruction manual. Not exactly instruction manual, but in a way it is. That basically can not only be used in military applications, but everyday applications as well. It's basically the very basic fundamentals of what you would expect in any sort of combat or warlike situation, Sun Tzu's Art of War. But a lot of the basic fundamentals it talks about you can like take from warfare and apply it to life and get better results. Like one of my favorite quotes from here and the best quote that really showed me, really started helping me get out of the situation I was in was this saying from the book where it says, it's better to be a warrior in a garden than a gardener in a war. And that struck me really, really deep. Like, basically, from there on, I started trying to let go of all these unnecessary stresses and battles I was trying to fight in life, like battles that were left over from trying to figure things out in my teenage years that were just unnecessary to figure out, you know what I mean? Because the thing, like, you got to let go of all those stressors that are eating your energy, eating your mental, eating the capacity you have in your brain to figure out stuff. And and I also say this too because it's the same thing I see in a lot of autistic people as well. Like a lot of autistic people, for whatever reason, they have like mismatched expectations in life, or they live in situations that are beyond what their abilities can handle for very long periods of time, and a lot of times it leads them into the same burnout and regression as well. Because a lot of times in these situations, you see an autistic person being a gardener in a war instead of a warrior in a garden. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? And
That's a good quote. I like it.
yeah. Well, anyway, so you have any questions about what
we talked about?
Yeah.
No, I think I was just thinking I can identify, like several years ago I was in supervisory role at Walmart,
Yeah.
and I'm not sure I should have ever been in a supervisory role at Walmart.
Yeah.
Just because in my previous role at Walmart, I was super good at it.
Yeah.
Like super successful. Every day was an attaboy, way to go, good job. You nailed it, because I was good at it.
Yeah.
And then maybe mismatched career path,
Yeah.
and it was like I couldn't win for losing.
Yeah. And that's what it is for a lot of autistic people. Like, either for whatever reason, they get in these mismatched situations, and it just, like, a lot of times crushes them, and they come out burnt out. You know what I mean? That's really what a lot of it was with my burnout situation. Was I just early in childhood, teenhood, it was very chaotic, roller coaster-like, and coming out of that, it takes a long time to realize that you're not in that anymore. And adult life is much different than school life. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And it has different responsibilities, different hardships, but it's not the same hardships you face in high school or as a teenager.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah. Well, anyway.
Adults can be mean, but not high school mean.
Yeah. Well, anyway, y'all. Thank y'all for watching another episode of MCJ's Rizzism. I want to say before I go, y'all should check out that book, Sun Tzu's Art of War, at your local library or Audible or wherever you can find it, because it's a really good book. Some other books y'all should check out as well. At least one other I can think of is, if you are into Christian literature, there's this book called Dr. Tony Evans' Kingdom Man. And it's also another book that helped me a lot with trying to develop the right mindset to overcome autistic burnout.
Cool. Kingdom Man.
Yeah, by Dr. Tony Evans.
Tony Evans.
Yeah.
Very good.
Anyway, hopefully you guys enjoy my show. And this is my homie Tim here. It was
Pleasure to be here.
pleasure to be here too. Pleasure to have you here.
Yeah.
And y'all like, comment, share, and whatever. And we'll be back for another MCJ Rizzism soon. Peace.
So I am here now, expressing myself loud. I'm only trying to let you inside of my brain now. So I am here now, I'm trying to cry out. Autistic individual that's full of pain now. So I am here now, expressing myself loud. I'm only trying to let you inside of my brain now. So I am here now, I'm trying to cry out. Autistic individual that's full of pain now. Back to my mental universe, now I'm gonna spit about through this verse. Where it goes really far to Alpha Centauri and Orion stars. Flying in a car, time machine, visit an ancient Rome to side sea to the norm invasion of I scene like a movie that I like it. The play the Sims and Rise Nation, Warzone 21.